Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Sunday Cook with me. Well, we have just 2 more weeks in January, today and next week, and we've been working on puff pastries, and then we're going to delve into something a little cozier for the winter month of February, soups. So that's on the agenda for February, and I have a few nice ones planned. But today we're still in puff pastry country. So I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you have gone into a bakery and seen these very pretty multi-layered puff pastry cookies that glisten with sugar? They're called palmiers, or some people know them as elephant ears. And what they are is a French cookie, basically, made with puff pastry. They look very difficult. Now, I will say, if you're in a quality bakery, they probably have made their own puff pastry, which of course takes the difficulty up a notch. But we're not making our own puff pastry. So other than that, it includes 2 ingredients. This is a 2-ingredient cookie and very easy. Puff pastry and sugar. Now, this is by no means something for the diabetic or those who are trying to watch their carbs. It's an indulgence, and it's an indulgence that is okay to have once in a great while. So I'm going to take you down to the counter. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make palmiers, French puff pastry cookies. Right back. Okay, I have a sheet of puff pastry over here. Normally I would put a lot of flour down on the counter, but we're not using flour today, we're using sugar. So I'm going to sugar up my counter. But I'm adding one thing. I'm going to add some of this Cinnamon Toast Crunch that I got at Sam's, and it's like a cinnamon sugar. So I'm going to add that to it and see if we can't get a little cinnamon flavor in our palmiers. Now let me get my pastry. And we're going to lay that out. And we'll add a little sugar. And I'll add a little cinnamon sugar. Now I'm going to roll this out a bit. And if by any chance you think you don't have enough sugar in some place, put some more on. You want this all to get under there. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this in half and make a little mark so I know where the center is. Okay, and we'll come back. Now here's the technique. You take this end, fold it halfway up. Take this end, fold it halfway up. Okay, I'm going to add a little cinnamon. Then I'm going to take this end and roll it to the middle. And roll this end to the middle. Okay, then I'm going to roll this on top of this. And there you have your 6-layer palmier. And I'm just going to trim a little bit here and a little bit here. All right. Now this needs to go in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. So it's cold enough that it has started to congeal a little bit and makes it much easier to cut. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. And while it's refrigerating, I'm going to preheat my oven to 400 degrees. So I'll be back when we're ready to get them in the oven. Okay, now our puff pastry is coming out of the refrigerator. And I put a little more sugar down there, more so that it wouldn't stick than anything else. I'm going to cut these about 1/2 inch. You want to have a sharp knife. I'm going to put them on the pan. Let me move this now. And I will move the pan over. Okay, place them on the pan and then I'm going to open them just a little. Where they meet in the middle. They kind of look like a heart. Valentine's cookie. Whoop. Okay, so now these are going in the, whoops, fell over, 400 degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. About 15 minutes we'll check them and may take them out. We're going to take them out and turn them over. And if you get too split, they'll fall apart. So that's what I was trying to do. Okay, let me get them in the oven. All right, I'm going to get them out of the oven and we're going to turn them over. Look at those. Now, I'm having a spatula and a fork. Do not touch these with your hands. This is molten sugar. Whoop. And you notice, I don't think I mentioned, but you notice that the pan is lined with a parchment paper. Now I have soap hats also, but they don't recommend them. They recommend parchment paper. I don't know why, but I do. It's recommended. Okay, we're going to go back in the oven for another 5 or 6 minutes. And I will show you what they look like when they come out. Okay, folks, here we are, hot off the press. Now I'm going to put these over on the cooling rack, and you notice the cooling rack is also covered with parchment paper. Because if you look at the end of this spatula, you'll see some crystallized sugar on there, and that's going to take a lot of work to get that off. So you want to protect your cooling rack, because that stuff would get stuck all over. Well, I tell you what, these look good enough to go up in the front of the bakery cabinet. Oop. So how many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 out of one sheet of puff pastry. Okay, I'm going to let these cool for a bit. There's no way I'm going to pick them up, let alone take a bite. So I'll be back in a little bit after they've had a chance to cool, and we'll give one a try. Okay, look at this. Aren't they pretty? Now let's see. Whoa, look at that crunch. Mmm. Mmm. Crispy, crunchy, cinnamony, very good. Mm-hmm. I'll save the other half. Delicious. Oh well. Now there's only 13. Okay, so that's it for today. Let me take it down. Let you see the palmiers. Pretty, huh? And delicious. Okay, I will see you again on Tuesday. That's all I have for you for today. And now, see how easy those were to make, and look how fancy they look. So I will be back again on Tuesday, and until then, everybody stay safe. Have a great afternoon. Wear your mask, keep your distance. Take your vaccination. And everybody play nice now. Enjoy the palmiers. Love ya. Bye-bye.